All right. Hey, folks, Nick here. Just figured I'd do a quick recording since I'm running comps on a property anyway. And it's been a while since I've done one of these. So figured I'd just pop in here. This is doing using the MLS. I'm also going to use some Propstream. So well, I'll show you Propstream first. So we have an off-market deal that has come in from an organic lead. And what we're going to do, what we're going to do first is we want to check the value, right? So I'm checking the value to do our quick analysis. Normally this is done right over the phone. Let's see if I get this done together here. All right, so we're gonna log in to Propstream. This is our fastest and quickest way to find very rough values of properties in the area, right? So lead calls in your CRM maybe, and you're just popping it right in here. And you wait for it to pop up on the thing here. Oops. Then of course, there it is, 360 Salem Street. And you pop it up, it gives you all the information. This is again, this is Propstream, so we subscribe to this. If you guys want a discount, feel free to go to our website. It's propstream.reiaccelerated.com. You get some extra free credits in there, along with a free trial. You get all good stuff in there. So here we look at a value of about just under $600,000. This shows it as a 2-1 with 1,000 square feet, built in 1952. So I walked the property already. I normally would never do that unless we were close on price. But again, this is like a buddy of mine that I've known for years and years, and he's only coming to us right now. And I want to go see him. That's what I want to do. So I walked the property. I know that someone could easily say this is a 3-bedroom because the downstairs, oh, God, can't win with the battery. The downstairs is also considered living area. It has a closet. It has a walkout. It's below. It's at grade, so there's a whole walkout thing they can do. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a... All right, things aren't perfect. Battery's now plugged in. We're here. So 367 Salem Street, Woburn. We look at $600,000. It's a 2-1, 1044. I know we can market it for higher than that. It's technically a 3-1 because of the, like I said, walkout basement. It's at grade. They have egress windows in the basement. So that's okay, but it's still good. So 599, we're going to look at some quick comps here. This is the way to do it if you do not have MLS access. It's also, we're doing this now for all over the country. This is the best way to do it. So it provides some good comps with 3 beds, 1 baths, 582, 607, especially Salem Street. I know Salem Street is a busier street, right? So like here's 369, 365, right? Literally next to each other, which is cool. And while these dates, though, are way off, right? 92, 94, it's giving like rough values for what it thinks that things are going for. So I'm going to hit the details button. It also kind of gives us like, where the value was last year, where it was today. It's pretty cool. And then I go to comparables. So here's where it should give us what it thinks are comparables, right? So got a couple here that it's selected for us. Just going to do a quick pan. 3 Robert Ave, public record sold for $450. Let's see, at 305, that's a condo. That's not a good comp. Washington Street's a very busy street. Sold for $475. 295. Okay, those are rentals. Okay. So a lot of people use the value that this gives you, 600,000. Now, I'm hesitant of that value because I know it's a busy street, but I know Woburn's also very desirable. So in my head, we're probably looking more around the lines of like 550-ish, 560-ish. So now I'm going to go to the MLS. And what I first did is I did a search to see, click the back here, I think I can do it. I do a search to see, you can see 40 years, and I type in the address. And I see if that gives me anything, and it did. So I found the old listing here. And this listing, again, doesn't tell me much. It's very old. It's from 1986. But what it does is it tells me what it had when they first sold it. And there was a question because I saw the wood burning stove in the lower level. And in Massachusetts, there's an issue with you need permits for any wood burning stoves. I wanted to make sure that it was known about. So while this doesn't replace going to the town hall and pulling that record to make sure that it's legit, it should be legit if it was on the MLS listing from 1996, right, when they bought it. So I'm just looking at this. I'm looking at the bedroom count. So they sold it as a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. And they sold it including lower level. So 1,764 square feet, which is more than the 1,000, which is on the first floor. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this listing and I go to search, another search tab, and I want all actives, I want news, and I want contingents and under agreements and solds. And then I'm going to type in the address, 367 Salem, 01801, and we start with a 0.5 mile radius. So I see what we got. So we've got 10. And now what I really want, I start with living area, right? So this one's interesting. We know that public record shows 1,000. The last listing shows 1,700. I'm going to go on a limb because I've seen the property, and I'm going to say 1,500 to 1,900. So it's plus or minus 200 square feet roughly. See what that gives us. So 4. We're already down to 4, being that we're only using 6 months as our time frame, especially in this particular market. Unless it's a first-time home buyer home, which shockingly, this might actually qualify in the medium income valuations for this area. I wouldn't be starting out buying a $600,000 home, but that's what people do. So now we're going to look at the results because we're already down to 4. 3 to 5 is what we're looking for. So let's take a peek at these and see if they are indeed comps, right? So look at this one. We're looking for like small little ranches, front yard, spacious 3-bedroom ranch, 1,600 square feet. This one does not include any below grade square feet. So this one's actually would be considered higher value than ours. See, it's all in good shape. This is a good ARV situation. They have a newer kitchen with decent appliances. It's an open style floor plan. And yeah, they've done a nice job with this one. So 560 is this one. And I'm just going to do a quick check to see if there's anything else on it. Okay. And interesting, right? They listed it for 549, but it sold for 560. So that they were pricing that for a bidding war, and they got it. I'm going to go back to results. See what else we got here. Get this one, 7 William. Split level. So this is not quite the same as a ranch. This one does. It's got a bigger yard. It looks like in a nicer area. It does have a lot. It's got 17 square feet. But here it is, above grade, 1,000 square feet again. And lower split levels, right? They have lower level grade. So this actually is similar to a comp. I'm going to pull through. It's a beautifully redone split level with an open floor plan here. There's a pink wall. There's a fireplace in the basement. Bathroom definitely needs work. But look at that yard. They got a nice yard there with a deck. It's a big one. A little bit more yard space than we do. So what I take is I take the 625 and I'm going to back off. I'm going to say like $25,000, $30,000 for the yard. I'm going to say $25,000 for the yard. I'm going to back off another $25,000 because it's not on a double yellow line street. So that puts us right 575 now is in my head for ours. I'm going to keep checking these. Let's see what this one's like. Here's a raised ranch. You can tell that like a forced raised colonial. 625. This is 1,840 square feet. So colonial, quiet neighborhood, spacious, solar panels installed. It's usually a net wash on value. They have a nice backyard there with a little step down, fenced in. Nice deck area. They did a good job on their photos too. So what I would do for this one. Ooh, is that an outdoor space? Oh no, just a super open, and I think that's virtually staged, which they did a good job virtually staging it. On this one, they got a newer bathroom, which is good. So again, this one's 625. I'm gonna back out. Yeah, newer bathrooms. I'm gonna back out another $30,000 because again, we have a rougher street, double yellow line street. And I'll do another 15,000 just for this. The flow of a colonial is better sometimes than a finished lower level. So again, puts us at like 585-ish. And now we have like a 575, 585, and 560, I believe, for the numbers that are in my head. I'm making adjustments to these comps is what I'm doing. Let's look at Parkview here. All right. Yeah, we're not really comparable to this one. This one's a colonial, and it definitely looks like it's a almost historic because it has like the small cape here, and then they added a whole thing onto the back of it. There it is, low level. Once had a garage that was turned into more basement space. Fabulous yard. So we take a look, 1,700 square feet again. Yeah, it's got a huge yard. Look at that. House needs a little bit of work. Yep, it's got an older kitchen, older bathroom. So good to know. This is, 650. And it needs work. But that's also, it's like, looks a lot bigger, or looks a lot smaller than it, like looking at that back thing, just looks like it's a lot bigger than 1,700 square feet. But so again, I'm now in my head, based on these comps, I'm at about 560 to be safe. I usually pick the lower of the comps. We're in a declining market, also very important. Because we're in a declining market, we have to actually take off about 1.5, 1.5% per month that we're going to hold this rehab. Okay, so if this is a 6-month rehab, which this one, it should be a quick in and out. Every time I say that, it turns from 3 months to 4 months to 6 months to 8 months. So we're going to be putting that into our eval sheet with a 1.5% reduction per month. And yeah, that's going to be how we establish value on this. So from here, I'm going to stop the share and I will open up the eval sheet. Okay, I just wanted to show you this next step too. So we'll change the address up here since I didn't do that yet. Another one of our rehabs we did a while ago. So if you look at this spreadsheet, this is essentially what we come up with the moment to see if it's, once we have all of our numbers in, we want to make sure it's still a good deal. Now, if you're wholesaling this, you also want to use this spreadsheet, but you obviously want to leave, this is the profit for the rehabber. So you want to make sure that whatever the purchase price that you're getting it at, that you have room for your fee, right? So your wholesale fee has to be taken away from this purchase price. And so if you want to make $20,000, your purchase price is going to be up to $345,000. But this sheet is primarily to show the rehabbers, right? How do I zoom in here? See if I can zoom in. Okay. We'll do 100%. So now you guys can see kind of where these numbers come from. We start with our ARV as always, right? So we took the 570 mark. I took off 5% for that quick sale discount, roughly like a point a month. We're not going to hold it for 6 months. I'm saying that now. It is a very quick rehab on this one. It's just really a cosmetic. So there's our selling commission. We have deed prep. We have attorney's fees. Whatever your attorney's fees is for a sale, it's usually cheaper than the purchase. Rehab costs here, that was based on our rehab write-up that we did, $45,000. It really doesn't need much. It needs paint, some clean out, definitely clean out, paint, and a couple of appliances. Usually don't see fluff and buffs anymore, but if we do, you're probably looking at we don't go below 35,000. Let's put it that way. So 45,000 is really cheap for just a fluff and buff up in at least Massachusetts. Title searches, so it takes out all of the costs involved. We're holding a note just in case the rehabber is using hard money. We have a note for a point and 12%. That's also kind of where we lend at. More to come on that. If you're not using those programs, they have not been released yet, FYI. Taxes, I didn't even update that. We can get that from the, let's see here. We can get that from our public record trustee, or our Propstream, actually. We'll have that. So let's see, where would it have the taxes? Tax information right here. So 4324. All right, so that'll help a little bit. Go back to our valuation. And we say 4324. That lowers that a little bit. And it spits out, right, these numbers. Holding costs per month, we're roughly about $5,000 a month. That includes mortgage. If we hold it for 6 months, total holding, we're about making $61,400 if we pay $365,000 for this deal. So I hope this helps on the quick running comps and then the quick analysis as to all the money that comes out of it. You'll know the quick and dirty way of doing this is you take the ARV, right, and you multiply it by 0.75, 0.70, 0.65 to get essentially where you're going to need to be, minus your construction. So let's just do that math just to see how close we got, right? So if we do 570, let's see, that equals 570 times let's say times 0.75 minus 45,000. 382,500. So we're actually 365 for purchase price. So see, it comes out pretty close, right? That's a way to take a look. But hope this is helpful, and we'll see you on the next training.